hit go live from your OBS?
I did.
Oh.
Yay, we're live now. All right. Hey everybody, if you're joining me, kind of getting in here to make sure that we are live. Get my iPad up here so I can see. There we are. Turn that down. We don't need echoes. Hello, Alexis. Hello, Anthony. Give everybody some time to get in here. I wanted to get on early to give everybody a minute to jump in. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Hope everybody's having a good evening or weekend. I don't know why I said evening. I guess it is kind of getting there, but anyway, weekend. Hey, Linnell. Alexis, yes, please, just made it back home. Oh, wow. Not a problem. Phone call. All right. So our first part, for those of you who are with me, and I'll go over this again in a minute, make sure you have both of your vinyls, a squeegee, and your cup edger. This is the one that I use. Have it handy, and then you'll need some painter's tape. Doesn't really matter what size, just grab you some so we can tape off in a minute. Yeah, that's fine. It's okay. Sorry. It's a Saturday. Just kind of hang out. I know I'm a little early. I just wanted to make sure everything was up and going and running before I got started, in case we had any hiccups or delays. Okay, hang on. Hey, Sandy. It is Sandy. Somebody is asking to be in the group. Casa, I don't know if you're on or not yet. If you are, let me know.
Sandy said, I see you now.
Yay! Hi, Sandy. You got in. Very cool. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Let's kind of give it another minute or two, let some more people join if they can, and then we'll get started. Sandy, if you'll go ahead and grab your 2 vinyls that we need, we'll start with those. A squeegee, of course the cup, your cup edger tool if you have one, and then painter's tape. You can do whatever width you have, really doesn't matter. We're just going to protect our vinyl and use it as a straight edge to cut our vinyl in a second. So just have those ready to go. A ruler could be handy if you have one, and then paintbrush for your glue, that kind of thing. So grab whatever you need, and then another minute or so we'll get started. I should learn to bring ponytail holders up here. I always need one when I'm sitting here because these lights get hot. And I always forget to bring one. Let's see. Okay, thank you. My son Anthony is here. He's going to help me out today. Well, he's actually going to start helping me out on all my lives, but he's going to go see if he can find me one. Got 7 in here. Once he gets back with my ponytail holder, we'll get started. So again, just make sure you've got both of your vinyls, a squeegee, a cup trimmer if you have one, your cup, and some painter's tape, masking tape, whatever you got that's not a permanent tape. And we'll get started. There's Anthony. Thank you, thank you. All right. All right. It's okay. Is everybody able to see and hear me okay? And make sure everybody can see and hear and everything looks all right for everybody, and then we'll get started. Thank you, Miss Alexis. Looks great. Awesome. Thanks, Linnell. All right. We are 4:04, so let's go ahead and we'll get started. First, let's grab just your wood grain. Hopefully everybody got the instruction page and has this cut out nice and close. If you got your kit after November 1st, I cut it out for you. You just need to weed it, and then just kind of cut around. But for those of us who have it, let's grab our wood grain, and then we're going to start with this piece first. So set that to the side. So what we're going to do basically is we're going to do half wood grain and then half leaves, and then we're going to trim up our leaves. Just exactly like the cut that I've got here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get our wood grain on first. I turn my cup upside down on my table, and I put my vinyl like this on there, and that way I have it nice and flat with my edge, so I'm not worried about this being like crazy off, and I have it pretty straight to put my vinyl on. So I will go ahead and I'll do that and turn it around where I can hold it in my hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to just put our vinyl to the edge of our cup, and we're going to kind of hold it like this for a minute. You will need scissors. I forgot to grab mine. Alright. So how I like to wrap my cups is I'll take and I'll hold on to my vinyl and my cup all in place, and I'll just carefully, I moved it, don't do that. I'll just kind of carefully peel back my vinyl down this one side. Kind of hold it with my thumb, And make sure it didn't move. There we go. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim off just a little bit of this paper backing. And that can go in the trash. So again, make sure that you're still nice and flush on the cup. And then we're going to take and you'll just push that one edge down. So that'll give us a nice flat edge to start with. So I'll give everybody a minute to get that part done. And then we'll wrap it around here. Do we need to sand before we do this? No, not yet. I don't sand before I put my vinyl on. That way it has a nice smooth surface to adhere to. We will, however, sand before we put the glitter on so that our glue has something to grab a hold of. So for right now, we don't want to sand, but we will before we put our glitter on. Thanks for asking. You can go ahead. Cool. Yes. So I need to trim as close as to the print. Yes, yes you can, Linnell. Sorry, I didn't see that one pop up a while ago, but yes, just as close as you can to the print. And that way you don't have to worry about trimming anything else off. Anthony, it's over there by the door. At the end of the shelf. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so once we've got that started, you're going to take, and you can do this two different ways. I take and kind of flap my vinyl back over the edge here, and I just kind of use my hand as a guide and kind of go along the cup like this. If you have a squeegee, you can use that. I recommend getting one that has like this little felt piece on it so you don't scratch up your vinyl. And then you can do the same thing back and forth. I like to use my hand only because I can feel if it is wrinkling or bubbling or anything like that. So I do that. See, just like there, I felt that it kind of bubbled, so I moved it. All right, we'll just keep on. We'll go all the way around. Because as we push it like this, it's pushing, as you can see, it's pushing that vinyl off. When I get back to the edge, kind of like this, I go ahead and just take that off. And then I just keep going as if if I still had the paper on. So then you get it all the way around, and you've got it nice and smooth all the way around the cup. So this is what we should have whenever we get to the edge of that vinyl. I'll give everybody a minute to catch up. And I already kind of pre-sized these, so you don't really have to cut off anything. I kind of did it to where we have half and half. This one, you'll see in a minute, it will overlap, and that's okay, but we'll get there. I'll show you how to trim them and all that fun stuff. Oh, come on, iPad. There we go. All right. So I'm going to take and I'm just going to kind of fold this vinyl over onto the bottom of my cup here. Because we'll be using our cup trimmer in a minute to come in and trim all of this up. So we don't want to worry about that too much right now, but I don't want it sticking to everything. So I just fold it over to the bottom. All right. And I'd only think there's a wrong or a right way you could put leaves. It's just leaves. There's not really a set pattern to this one, but I'm just going to follow my cup I already had here. So if you have the purple one, this kind of darker purple leaf is in the bottom right hand corner. So, does anybody have any questions right quick before we move on? Are we doing okay?
Interesting question.
Always wants to talk to me. Okay, so now that we've got that one on, let's go ahead and we'll grab our other one, our leaf pattern, and we're going to do the same exact thing. So we're going to put it down on our mat or your table, whatever you're using. We're going to hold it in place, turn it around so I have a grip on it, and we're just going to make sure that it overlaps the purple. It's okay if it's like a little further over to the other side than the other. I kind of just center mine out because we're going to take and trim this in just a minute. But we're going to do the same exact thing. Wrap it around. And then we're going to lift this up. Come on. That purple came off just fine. Now my leaves don't want to come off. My nail don't want to lift this one up. Hang on, everybody. Sorry. There we go. Alright. Wrap this back around. Get it nice and flush. Having a heck of a time getting this today. Come on. There we go. Alright. So same thing again. Take and trim off a piece of this paper backing. Make sure you trim it using your scissors. Don't tear it, because if you tear off part of this top piece and you just reveal the paper underneath, it's going to have paper stuck to the back of your vinyl. We don't want that. Cause a ripple.
Linnell said, so we need to overlap the purple?
Yes, overlap the purple with your leaves. You want to make sure that it's half and half. It doesn't have to be like exactly overlapping on the exact same on both sides, but yes, do overlap your purple. Okay, so we'll get that started. Hi Cassidy, hi Casa. Alright, so once you get that started, same thing. You're either going to use your hands or a squeegee. Oh, sorry y'all. My alarm is going off for my daughter. And just apply that to your tumbler. Oh, I felt a ripple right as I did that. We don't want a ripple. There we go. All right, get that all nice and smooth down. And again, you can just stick that to the bottom because we're fixing to use our cup trimmer to trim all that up, make it nice and straight all the way across there. And we're going to use it on the top too. If you have any little air bubbles or anything like that, you can use a bubble popping pen. If you have one, to just pop it and push those air bubbles out. Let's see. Just kind of poke it and push the bubble, the air out of that one. There we go. Same thing down here. Kind of take a look and see.
Same for the orange cup also, right?
Yes, same for the orange cup also. Instead of the purple wood grain, use your orange wood grain. For your leaf pattern, instead of this one, use the one that came with yours, but they're both going to be done exactly the same way, just a little bit different coloring. But yeah, wood grain, leaf is leaf, and then the glitter, whichever glitter you chose, they're both exactly the same way.
That was a question by Sue. Sorry, forgot
Hey,
to
Sue.
say her name first.
You're good. Give everybody a second to catch up. Or a minute. Longer than a second. Everybody doing okay? I want to make sure we're all on the same page before we move on. I don't want to move too fast. This is what we look like right now. Wood grain leaves folded over at the bottom. One sec. Can do, Alexis. Not a problem. Not a problem. Let everybody get caught up.
Now, so 1 minute, please.
1 minute, please. Not a problem. Grab my knife here. I'm fixing to use it in just a second. Come on. For some reason, my comments like to just pause. And I get stuck on one thing. Oh, come on. Well, I don't know. It doesn't want to work, so we'll just have Anthony let me know if I need anything. So, all right. Are we ready now? Move to the next step. If you're ready, go ahead and make sure you get your craft knife, X-Acto knife, whatever. Awesome, Alexis.
Alexis said yes.
Yay.
That's good.
Good. Okay. So what we're going to do is you can kind of see where your vinyl overlaps. So you want to take and like just push this down as best as you can. Kind of get it in that groove. And we're going to take our X-Acto knife and we're going to cut right at where they meet. Try to get as straight as you can. If it's not super duper straight, I promise it's okay. We are going to be striping this cup like this one. It's going to hide it. Don't worry about it. Right now, we don't want that overlap bump on our cup. So once you get that line cut all the way down, take and carefully remove that strip you just cut. Let go of me. Did not get that very straight on the bottom. There we go. And then if you're
Not a problem, Sandy. The videos are safe, so you'll be able to go back and watch it.
yes,
Yes, ma'am. Not a problem.
we have a new puppy too. My daughter luckily is watching her right now. So that's not a problem. But yes, it will be saved if you need to come back and watch at any point. So they will be saved in the group. So once you get that one side trimmed, make sure your purple is pushed back down. Go over to the other side and do the exact same thing. Kind of push that down, get that all nice and kind of smooshed in there so you can get that good defined line. And then trim along that one too. Go a little further down. This side's a little bit thicker than the other one. There we go. And then just make sure that all of that is pushed down. So now we have two nice clean edges. Like I said, you can even see where I got a little off right here, so we see a little white. Totally okay. I included striping for everybody. So the striping will be part of the step we do tomorrow. So don't worry about it. It'll be hidden. Not a problem at all. So I'll give y'all a minute. We'll go ahead and get that done. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll give y'all a minute to get that part caught up. Trying to get the hair off my table. There we go. Where'd my bubble popping pen go? Bubble right there. Okay. That looks good to go. All right. Oh, Yorkie Sally Breeder told us she was 6 weeks, but the vet said, oh no. So she's still a baby. Oh my goodness. Can't even find my X-Acto blade. Oh, sorry, Sandy. Yeah, our little one, she was born on September 7th, so she was 9 weeks, 10 weeks. 10 weeks this past Thursday, I believe. So yeah, she's still a little one too. She's a Shih Tzu. She's super fluffy. Right now she's like 85% hair. But it's okay. She's fun. Yes, and struggling to eat. Oh no. Oh, poor baby. It sounds like she has a good mommy now though, so that's awesome. Puppies are so sweet. Alright. Everybody doing okay out there? We doing good? Getting it? Aww. Oh my goodness. 1 minute. Okay, Linnell, not a problem. Oh man. Well, I'm glad you have your puppy now and not the other lady then. I sure will. Thank you. I'm glad you like my colors. I'm a huge color person, so I was like, we were matching vinyl to different glitters and shades and all kind of stuff, trying to figure out the right colors to put together. So I'm glad you like them. Thank you. Purple is my favorite. Mine too. I love everything purple. I was like, I wanted to do a fall cup, but I didn't want to necessarily do traditional fall cup. So I was like, we got to do purple. And then I went ahead and did orange. That way anybody wants traditional, great, nothing against it. It's just I'm a purple person, so I definitely had to do purple on mine. Alright everybody, are we ready? This next step's not too scary. We're just going to edge our cup. I like to use this one. I like the spacers on it. For my bottom, which is where this one's set now, for my bottom I do 2 spacers under my blade. For the top of my cup I do 1 spacer, only because the cups where they have that rounded edge, if you just do 1 spacer on the bottom, it will still kind of leave this wrinkledy edge, and we don't want that on the bottom of our cup. It'll make a wrinkly filling in our epoxy. It makes it look kind of weird, so I said good. Awesome. Alright, so I've got mine set to 2 spacers under my blade. I'm going to trim the bottom first since that's where it's already set. And then I pick a spot, so like if I'm going to edge my cup, I will pick where my vinyl meets, so that way I know whenever I get back to that, I've made it 1 turn around the cup. I usually go like a turn and a half just to make sure I make that whole mark right there. So I go ahead and I push my cup up against here, and then I just push it and turn. Okay, and then you can take a look to make sure you got all the way around. And then if it looks like you did, go ahead and feel free to start pulling that up. If you have somewhere that's snagged, like that right there, it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and finish pulling this up here. You get out of the way. There we go. You can kind of see where it came back around. I have little vinyl pieces stuck to my finger. Alright, so now where's that one spot? So right here, this one spot that didn't cut all the way, after I pulled the rest of this off, I'm going to take and just go right back over that spot with my cup edger tool, and that way I can just peel that spot off.
How many spacers from top and bottom, Sandy was asking?
So on mine, I have 2 spacers underneath for the bottom. Turn it this way, maybe I can see better in this cut, or in this angle here. Let me get that vinyl off. So I have 2 spacers underneath my blade for the bottom, and I change it to 1 underneath my blade for the top of my cup. Come over there. Let's go. There we go. Alright, so now I'll loosen these up. And then we're going to take out one of them, put the blade back in, and then put this one back on top.
Sandy said thank you.
You're very welcome. Alright, so now that we got that nice and tight, with 1 spacer now underneath, we're going to turn our cup up, and we're going to trim the top. So right there. Alright, and then again, pull that off. Come back here. I may need to change my blade. Got a spot that doesn't want to come off very well. There we go. Alright. I'm going to have vinyl stuck to me before the end of this class is over. I'm going to have it everywhere. There we go. One back up, pull that off of there, and that spot off of there. Alright. So now we have a nice pretty edged cup. I like it because we get it straight across the top and bottom, and we have our nice clean straight lines. So that's why I like using those. I know some people take like a blade and that go across, but to me I like this edge better. But if that's how you do it, do you? No wrong or right way, just the way that I do it is the way that I do it. So, all right. Okay, how's everybody doing getting their cup edged? We doing good so far? Give everybody a minute to catch up, make sure they've got it all edged and ready to move to the next step. Make sure everybody's ready before I move on, because this next one I don't want to leave anybody behind. Let me know if y'all are ready so we can move to the next step, and then we will need our masking tape, painter's tape, whatever you have on hand. We'll need this next. One sec, please. Not a problem, Alexis. Not a problem.
You can do comments faster than I.
Oh, am I? Hi, China! Linnell's ready. All right. Sue says ready, sweet. All right, China, I saw you just hopped on. You can kind of catch up. I just took and I applied the purple wood grain on one side, applied the leaves on the other side, and then where they met, I just took my knife, trimmed up both of those, and used my cup trimmer to trim out top and bottom. So that's what we've done so far.
Sandy asked, do we need to clean the cup with alcohol before applying the vinyl?
You can if you want to, just don't sand it. Because I like the smooth, nice smooth finish on the cup to apply the vinyl. That way you don't have any little ridges or anything in your vinyl. You don't have to worry about making sure you get all the little sand dust off of that. You can certainly do the alcohol, just make sure it's nice and dry before you put your vinyl on. But yes, you certainly can if you'd like to. I will sand before we put glitter on in just a minute under the glitter part though. Trying to remember how far I went down on my cup from the top. That is 1 3/4 to about 5 inches.
China said, hello, gonna have to rewatch and hopefully be here for tomorrow's live.
Sounds good, China, not a problem.
Alexis has 2 at the bottom and at top, 1 at top.
Yes, so whenever you are using your cup trimmer, yes, 2 spacers for the bottom and 1 spacer for the top. That way you get over this little bumpy edge for the bottom, and then you're nice and clean on the top. Gives you about the same spacing when you look at like flat area. So
She said, sorry, had to assemble my cutter.
not a problem. Not a problem, Alexis. Not a problem. Just let me know, and we will move to the next step. And for those of you that are ready, like I said, grab your masking tape, painter's tape, whatever. This will be our next step. Driving home from a show, I'll have to catch up. Hopefully going to be there tomorrow. Sounds good, Linda. Not a problem. All the replays are saved. Hopefully you can get it tonight and then catch us tomorrow. Just stuck my tape to itself. Don't do that. So not a problem at all. My sister-in-law is actually going to have to do the same thing. She's at a show right now. So, not a problem. I've got to do a single cup. How long? Got to do a single cup. How long? How long is this one going to take? If you're talking about today's, we're live for about an hour and a half. If you are just able to follow along, pause and do it and keep going to where you can kind of pass what I'm doing, you could probably get this step done in about an hour. Got like 5 kids and haven't got to do a single one besides my own because my cups are delayed. Oh no! Oh no! I think, yes, you did let me know your cups were delayed. I remember that. Oh. Yeah. So this one, you could really do this in probably about an hour. And then tomorrow, we have scheduled for an hour and a half. We're going to be finishing up the cup and then doing our keychain tomorrow. So that one, probably about an hour also. So, yeah, not too long. Alright, for those of you that are crafting along with me, are y'all ready to move to the next step? Let me know, let me know.
Alexa, send me.
Awesome. Alright, Linnell, are you ready as well, ma'am? So we'll get started. Go ahead and grab you a piece of painter's tape. Ready. Awesome. So go ahead and grab you a piece of painter's tape or masking tape, whatever you're working with today. Like I said, size doesn't really matter. We're just going to mark off what we're fixing to cut off. So grab that, and then we're going to measure. Ooh, come back here and get started. So for your leaves that I included, they are all cut apart except for 2 of them because I didn't realize when I put the outline on them they overlapped, but we can easily cut those apart with an X-Acto knife. But you'll be able to just pick and choose which ones you want and where you kind of want them on the top. But right now what we're fixing to do is actually create this space for our glitter and our leaves to go into. So we're going to actually mark off with our tape this line right here, and then we're going to cut along the edge of our tape. So I measured a while ago. Mine's 1 3/4 to almost 2 inches down from the top. I'm going to kind of create that same because I want about that same spacing. So can I get it there? And then I'm just going to kind of lightly lay my painter's tape there. So now what you're going to do is you're going to kind of pick the angle that you like. So for where I started mine, I don't like that because it goes too far down. So kind of keeping your mark of where you have it. So kind of like right there at the top of that little orange line that comes up. I'm going to take and reposition my tape because I want it more of an angle this way instead of going down. Oh my goodness, I keep sticking my tape to itself. Ugh. Okay, so we want more of a line like that, at least for my liking. If you want yours to go further down the cup, totally up to you. If you wanted to angle it completely and just do like a straight angle down, up to you. You do it however you like. This is your cup, so you figure out what angle you like the best. This is just the one that I like. They're kind of almost ended up being the same. This one's a little higher than this one. But you figure out whatever angle you want it to have and do that. I'm going to try to get this tape off of there because I need it to be nice and flat. So I'm just going to put a piece over where my tape's stuck together. There we go.
Can we put it over the wood grain instead of the leaves?
You absolutely can. You sure can. Same process. You're just going over the wood grain. Just keep in mind that the decal I gave you for the wood grain part is going to cover the whole thing. It might not show too great over the leaf veining, so just kind of keep that in mind. But you certainly can. If you even want to put another saying on here that you have vinyl at home you want to cut out, by all means, you do you. This is just kind of what I included, but absolutely you can.
Great question, Sue. Sorry, I keep forgetting to say your name.
You're good. Yep. So there's my angle, and that'll be where we start next. Let's see. Nope. Always forget my little cup holder has an angled side and a flat side. Always mess up and do the wrong one. So I'll give y'all another minute to put your tape on. And then we'll move to the next step, and again you'll need your craft knife. I forget about the big decal. Understand. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Let me know when y'all are ready, and we'll move to the next step.
Email said it.
Awesome. Lovely cars outside. Ready. Awesome. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do now is you're going to take your craft knife and you're just going to go exactly along the top of that tape and cutting your leaf. Try not to cut your wood grain. If you get a little bitty tiny piece of it, that's fine. Just don't pull it up. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to start at our wood grain and we're going to cut straight down this tape line. That way it gives us a nice straight edge to cut on, even though I just cut on my tape, but you know, it's okay. Cut all the way down the edge of that tape. And then once you get that cut, you're going to remove this top part. There we go. And that reveals where we're going to put our glitter. Let's see. Let me grab a piece of my backing so I can save this. That's just me. I don't know. I hate throwing away vinyl. So, we'll save that for later. Come back here. There we go. Alright, let's see. The sand envelope. Once you get that pulled up, we're going to need our painter's tape or masking tape, whatever you use, and your sanding block for the next step. The one that I included in your kit is a little coarser than the one I usually use. I went to go get them from the store and they were out of them, so we went with a coarser one. So just make sure, don't go crazy sanding super hard, just the light sand in a minute when we sand. Let's see. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our tape and we're gonna go around our wood grain, and then down here, and then around the bottom. So basically we want to tape off anywhere that our vinyl needs to be protected. So that way when we sand and get ready to glitter in a second, we're not having to worry about not sanding over our vinyl and scratching it up or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and grab our tape, and we're going to go right at the edge of our vinyl. I'm going to use you can use your cup trimmer if you want to also, but I'm going to use my knife, and I'm just going to go right across the edge of the top edge of my vinyl here to expose that cup, because I'm going to put glitter on the top rim of my cup just like I did on this one. So I don't want any tape to be on the top. Top, and again, just use your knife. Go straight down that edge, just like that. Okay, so now I think just the bottom. Get it started, then I'll get it back over here where y'all can see me. All the way around our bottom. Alright, so we've got it all taped off to where we just have our cup exposed and the edges are protected. My cup trimmer a while ago, I can tell I need to change the blade because it's kind of skipped on me. So I've got this part, but I'm going to go ahead and just cover that up with glitter. It's not going to matter. So now we've got our cup all taped off and protected so that we can sand and glitter. I'll give everybody a minute to catch up, ask questions if you need to, and then we'll move to the next step. If you think you're going to get crazy with glue or your sanding block, you're more than welcome to go ahead and put another stripe on, just to give you a little more working area so you don't actually get it on your vinyl. Let me know when we've got some people ready. We'll move to the next step. For now.
Let's say thumbs up.
Yay. Okay, so next what we're going to do we're gonna go ahead and grab our sanding block, and you're gonna sand the white part of your cup around the top edge, this open area here, your bottom edge, and your bottom. Like I said, the one that y'all have is a little bit more coarse than mine, so don't go crazy sanding your cup. I'm gonna grab my trash can and scoot back just a little bit because I don't want sand all over my work area. So, or sanding dust. So I take and just sand the area that I need sanded, just enough to kind of get that really shiny part off, but not so much that you're taking the white paint off. We want that white on there. It gives us a nice good white base for our glitter. I know y'all probably can't see me in the overhead camera right this second, but you can see me right here straight on. I'm just taking and just sanding around the top, sanding my triangle area we got going here, and then we're going to sand the bottom. I like these little sanding blocks because they're squishy, so I can kind of get in the creases of the bottom too. So I like these little sanding blocks. Once you get it all sanded and everything, go ahead and get you, I use Clorox wipes, disinfectant wipes. You can use some alcohol, spray it on like a paper towel or whatever. Just make sure that it's totally dry before we move to this next step. But we want to get this dust off of the cup. We don't want that on there. Draw off my hand. Side here where some of that dust kind of got down in there. Alright, then I'm going to grab me a paper towel. Let's not sit that on the dusty spot. And I'm going to dry it off. Don't pull up my tape that I have there. Alright. Wipe off where I set my cup down. We don't want sand flying up, or sand dust flying up in anything else we do here. Now we've got our cup nice and sanded. Everything's taped off. Leave this tape for now. Don't take this off. We need that on there when we apply our glue for our glitter, and then we'll pull it off. So, give everybody a minute to catch up, and then we'll move to applying the glitter. This little piece that I got caught on, because I don't want to have to mess with that when I'm putting my glue or my glitter on in a minute. There we go. Once you get caught up, go ahead and grab a brush, whatever glue adhesive or glitter adhesive, glue, whatever, that you are going to use for tonight. You can use Mod Podge, you can use Tack It, you can use whatever your favorite glitter glue is. This area is such a small area that you can use Mod Podge. I I don't like to use Mod Podge as much because it dries too quick for me. So before I can get all the way around my cup, part of it's dry, then the glitter won't stick. I don't mess with it too much for Mod Podge. I like to use, this has become my new favorite, it's glitter glue from Artistry Epoxy. It's their Color Flex glitter glue. I'm super excited. They announced they're going to have it in an 8-ounce bottle instead of just the 4. Super happy because I'm almost out of this one. So Artistry Epoxy glitter glue, or I like the Crystal Lac glitter glue as well. This one is thinner than this one, but these two are my favorite go-tos for glitter glue. I'm actually going to use this one today. So grab whatever adhesive you're going to use, your brush that you're going to use, and I'm going to slide my little water basin a little closer to me so I can put my brush in when I'm done. And then you'll need your glitter. If you have a piece of paper to catch your glitter, I personally like to use a file folder. It's just, I like it because you can just fold it up, pour it back right into your bottle, and we're good to go. So I'm going to grab my file folder. We'll have that handy for just a moment. So go ahead and grab your glue, your glitter, your file folder, your brush, and then I'll give everybody a minute to let me know that they're ready. When we're ready to move, just let me know. How's everybody doing? Sue, you doing all right? Sue, we got Alexis, we got Linnell, Linda, Sandy. How's everybody doing? Anybody have any questions? Ready, Linnell says. Awesome. Good to go. Awesome. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with our big open area and my top rim first, and then I'll do the bottom. So I'm going to grab my glitter glue, and I'm just going to put some on here. I love that this glue is so thick it stays where I put it. And then get you a nice coat, brush it on. Make sure you get all the way to the edge, all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our brush. If we have enough glue left, go ahead and just go around the top of your cup. If you need to put some more on there, put some more on. Go ahead and put a little bit around. It's okay if you get glue on the tape. That's why it's there. We don't want to have to worry about being super precise. Set this over here. I'm going to grab my folder. Open my glitter. And then, like I said, I got my file folder, piece of paper, whatever you use to catch your glitter. And just go ahead and apply your glitter to the top rim and this open area we've got here.
Alexis asked if we were doing the butt as well.
We will be in just a second. I'm going to do it in 2 parts just so we don't have to worry about our glue drying out or anything like that. So I'm going to do the top and top rim, and then we'll do the bottom. Hey, Casa. Okay. Knock it off. Make sure we don't have any spots that we missed. Everything looks good to me. I'll put this glitter back in my bottle. Let me grab a tumbler arm to put in here before I go any further so I have something to grab hold of.
Casa said, sorry I'm late, it's been a busy day.
That's okay, I understand. It's been kind of a crazy busy day around here too. Not a problem. Let's see, I think this one needs to come off. Love the folder idea. Yes, me too. We actually saw it at TumblerCon this year. One of the ladies who does the pre-cut tumbler wraps, she was using it and I was like, that is genius. I don't know why I never thought of that, but I have used nothing since. I only use my folder. And I like these legal ones because they're bigger, so you have a bigger area. You don't have to worry about going outside because, you know, we're pouring glitter. But the best thing is you can buy these in like a pack of 6 at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. They're great. So, this is all I use anymore. Alright, so once you get your top all nice and glittered and that top rim glittered, don't touch it like I just did. I knocked it with my hand. That's okay. Huh. Okay. So once you've got your top and your top rim done, go ahead and do the bottom of your cup and the bottom rim.
Sue said, thank you for the orange glitter, love this.
You are very welcome. I'm glad you love it. Makes me happy. So I always just put a glob on the bottom of my cup, tumbler, on the butt, whatever you want to call it. And then I brush that out and around, and then I go around the rim.
Janelle also said the purple glitter is beautiful.
Thanks. And I chose holographic glitters, only because we have so many colors in our leaves that those holographics throw off the extra colors too. Just makes it look really nice. Blends very well together. Kind of look at the glitter to make sure I've got everything covered. Awesome, looks good. All right, here we go again. So pour on the top, on the bottom. Got it on the top, but you know what I mean. On the bottom of my cup.
But
On the butt. And then I go around the bottom edge. Make sure we didn't miss any spots. Awesome. Looks good, looks good. And where'd my glitter stands, or my cup stands go? Oh, here it is. Ugh.
Casa said, I love hollow glitter, especially doing it tack-it method.
Yes, me too. I do love that. It's just neat how it makes it look like just your, like, almost foil when you use it for the tack-it method. They're gorgeous. Awesome. Move my trash can on myself. There we go. All right. Put the lid back on that so we don't dump it. Do one final check before I put my brush in the water. Awesome. Everything looks good. All right. brush going in the water. I try to be a good brush mom, not a bad brush mom, but you know, I have those bad mom brushes too. All right, so now once you get your glue or your glitter on here, we want to go ahead and carefully remove all of your tape while this is still wet. I don't like to remove it after it's dry because if any glue and glitter dries over on top of your tape, when you go to pull this off, if it's dry, you're going to pull up a chunk of your glitter too. So pull it while it is wet. Just be careful and don't get your finger or anything in that wet glue and glitter. Carefully pull up this one. I'm going to try to like take and pull a piece from the center here, so I'm not like scraping at my top edge up here. Try to lift it up from that side and pull it that way. And then let's find where this one ends. Right there it is. Where this tape went up underneath my bottom one, we can pull that one off now. All right. And that is what you should have right now. So everything should be nice and glittered and ready to dry. So what we're gonna do now is we're pretty much good for this live on this part. So now what you want to do, I had a piece of tape up under here. Sorry guys, hang on. Caught my eye and I don't want to leave it here. I don't want it to dry. There we go. Okay, so now what you're wanting to do is you're going to let this dry. My glue that I use will take about 20-30 minutes to dry completely because I don't want it to smudge everywhere. So what you're going to do now is you're going to let your glue completely dry, and then you'll take and seal your glitter. You can seal your glitter with spray paint, like a clear spray paint sealer. You can seal it with Mod Podge. You can seal it with the glitter glue. A lot of people use this to seal it with. You can also seal it with this one too. So whatever you want to use to seal your glitter, do that, because we don't want glitter like running into our vinyl whenever we go to epoxy this. But for tonight, I need you to let this dry, seal your glitter. Make sure you brush off any glitter that's on your vinyl, and then get your first coat of epoxy on your cup. Because tomorrow when we come back, we need this to be nice and epoxied so that we can put our striping down, so we can put our vinyl decals down, our leaves, our saying, all of that fun stuff tomorrow. So make sure we get it dried, sealed, and epoxied tonight before we come back tomorrow. And then tomorrow we will finish our cup, and we will do our keychain blank that was in there as well. So just make sure you have everything for that ready tomorrow. Let's see, tomorrow you're going to need for your keychain, you'll need your keychain blank, the glitter that we used today, and UV resin. And then as far as like the vinyl for your cup, you'll need the striping sheet that I sent y'all. You'll need your sheet of decals. Let me just grab it. That way y'all can see.
Alexis asked, do we need to cover the vinyl when we spray paint?
You can certainly cover it. As long as you don't go crazy, just a light coat, you should be okay. But you can cover it if you'd like to cover your vinyl before you spray paint. That is certainly okie dokie. So tomorrow when we come back, kind of the things you're gonna need on top of this being dried, sealed, and epoxied, you'll need your striping cuts that I sent you. So all of these Don't weed these out yet. I'm going to show y'all what I do to get double the stripes tomorrow, so don't weed these out. You'll need your keychain blank, UV resin, the glitter we used today, your vinyl here, your vinyl decal sheet. You can go ahead and weed this out. The leaves, you can kind of see, I know they're clear, but you can kind of see the cuts on them. These two here are together. Just take your X-Acto knife and kind of cut those apart. I didn't realize that my outline welded those two together. But you'll need this tomorrow. And let's see, stripes, decals, UV resin, glitter, decal sheet. I think we're good. So any of that you'll need tomorrow, and we will go over making that tomorrow because our keychains will end up looking like this. I have a purple and the orange. You did get 2 in your packet and 2 decals to put on them. So you'll be able to make 2. You can make one with the glitter to match your cup. You can make one with another glitter you have. You can make them both with another glitter you have. Totally up to you. But that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. So, kind of at the stopping point for today. I'm going to let mine dry and then I'll get it sealed. And then I'll get it epoxied so we're ready to go tomorrow. Tomorrow we are back live here at 2 o'clock, I believe, Central. Sorry, I'm in Texas, so I believe it's 2 o'clock Central. I'm having a struggle time. I'm on the struggle bus trying to get all the timing right. 2 Eastern, 1 Central. See, glad I looked. All right, so let this dry, get it sealed, get it epoxied. Have the rest of your stuff that you got tomorrow ready to go. 2 Eastern, 1 Central, and I'll be back live here. I'm going to hang out here. What do you seal with? So me personally today, because it's kind of yucky outside and we're not really hot enough here to do spray paint, I guess technically, I'm going to seal with my glitter glue. If you don't have glitter glue, you can certainly seal with Mod Podge. And that'll be a great sealer as well. Just something clear that'll dry clear, that'll seal that glitter in so it won't go into your vinyl. But I'm going to use glitter glue for today. Usually I do use spray paint, but we're too cold here for that today. So Mod Podge is another great option to seal with. So I'll hang out here for a bit. Fusion tack. Where do you get your glitter glue? I buy my glitter glue straight from Crystal Lac. Fusion tack, honestly, Sandy, I've never used fusion tack. Is that like what you use for rhinestones? How do you do it with glitter glue? With glitter glue, Mod Podge, same thing. You would just take and just put you a thin coat over your glitter and just brush it on and then let it dry. Whenever it dries clear, you know you're good to go. But yes, any of that Mod Podge glitter glue, yes, it dries clear. Yes, and dries clear. Okay. I would guess you could probably use that as long as it dries clear and is going to hold everything in place. I'd say why not? You should be good to go. We just want to make sure that it seals it in and it doesn't run into our vinyl tomorrow or today. Today. When you epoxy. So as long as you can brush it on, it'll dry clear and seal that in. I don't see why not, honestly. Let's see. Okay, making sure I answered all the questions. Where did you say you bought your glitter glue? This glitter glue is straight from the Crystal Lac company. They have it on their website. So that's where I got mine from, is straight from Crystal Lac. And if you make the glitter ornaments, they have what's called ornament magic that you can put in there inside the ornaments to adhere the glitter to it. I love that stuff as well. I made 100 of those friendship light bulbs last year for my daughter. She took them to friends at school and teachers, and I sold some at one of my craft shows. I love that, and it's great. You're very welcome, Sandy. You can also get it through Amazon. Okay, I wasn't sure Thank you, Casa. I wasn't sure if they had it on Amazon or not. I bought mine straight from them. If you use Mod Podge, if I use Mod Podge, that's all I have at the moment. How long will you say to let it dry before put the epoxy on? So your Mod Podge, I would let it dry for probably about 30 minutes under your glitter, and then go ahead and do that other coat of Mod Podge over the top of your glitter. Let that dry again for about 30 minutes. The nice thing about Mod Podge and the glitter glue too is you can kind of see how it starts out that like milky white color and then goes clear as it dries. So once you're clear and you're not sticky or anything like that, I usually give mine about 30 minutes and then you're good to go and get that epoxied. Thanks for asking questions, guys. I love the interaction. The ornament stuff. So the Ornament Magic, they have, Crystal sells the Ornament Magic also. I love it for like the inside of the ornaments that people use to glitter the inside of their ornaments. You just squeeze some in, turn it upside down, let it dry or drain back into a cup. You can kind of see when it starts to go clear. And then you just put your glitter in there and you can shake it up and it coats really nicely on your ornaments. I just take and basically... trying to see if I could find something. Well, let's just use this as an ornament. So you would just squeeze some Ornament Magic in it. You'll just take and like rotate it around and working it up as you rotate. And once you get to the top, turn it upside down, let it drain all the Ornament Magic out. You can kind of see it go from like a milky white to a clear. And when it goes clear, you're ready to pour your glitter in and shake it and then dump any extra glitter out and you're good to go. I love it. I made over 100 of those light bulbs, the friendship light bulbs last year, and they were great. Thank you. That's a project on my list. You're very welcome. Very welcome. Very cool. Hang out for a few more minutes. Let me know if anybody else has any questions. I'm happy to help. Happy to help, happy to answer. Absolutely, Casa. I've had so much fun. I love teaching. I usually teach in person. About, oh golly, 8 years ago, I started teaching craft classes or Cricut classes actually at Joann's. And that just kind of set me on a trail of in-person teaching. And now we have our own store and we teach classes. And I missed a lot. Can you start over? Hi, Joe. You did miss a lot. Like the whole thing. You'll have to watch the replay. But yeah, cause I love teaching. So I'm thrilled that Joe offered this. Honestly, it's just something that I've been wanting to do, and having it virtually just is cool. I can reach so many more people and help and teach more people. So this was so awesome. You were adulting. I know. I did that earlier. It's not fun. I'd rather do this all day, Joe. Absolutely.
Did you see Casa asked, do you make decals?
I do. Here at our store, R&M Vinyl, we actually do custom prints for people as well. They email us their files and I print it. They'll come pick it up. We have a lot of people here. I can ship. We actually printed all of the vinyl and the decals and stuff that we did for these cups. So yes, we do. We make decals. We make HTV prints as well. So adhesive, sublimation, HTV, we do all of those here. Will you share a link to your store? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I can go in and edit that and put that in our deal, but it's rnmvinyl.com is our website. We don't have these exact ones. I printed these just specifically for this class, but if anybody would want any of these patterns, just reach out to me. I'll absolutely do it. I'll make sure to think of you when we do a live-a-thon. That would be great, Casa. That would be amazing. Sue. Absolutely. That's one thing that I was really trying to make sure that we can get a nice cup, get a detailed cup, affordable. I know everybody right now, this economy just stinks. I know everybody's struggling, so I wanted to make it to where it was affordable for as many people as possible to be able to join along. For me, crafting is my happy place. so if I can share my happy place with others, it makes me even happier. So absolutely.
She took over my room for her craft stuff when I left.
Yeah, when he moved out, hey, what am I going to do with an empty room? Of course it becomes my craft room. Absolutely. Yes. They all have been. I know. I think I bought everybody's kit. I'm like, I don't know that I made any money teaching these classes because I just kind of went right back and bought other people's kits. So not everyone can afford to travel to the Yes, absolutely. And me being able to do this, Joe, has been amazing, and offering the platform for us to do that, because this really kick-started my being able to live stream. We got the whole thing set up. We've got everything ready to go. So it really put a kickstart in me being able to reach more people and teach more people. So this has been awesome for me.
It took a bit to get ready, but we got it.
We did get it. Lots of camera angles.
Lots of camera angles.
I can't wait to get to do mine. Yes, Linda, I know. I'm looking forward to yours too. I bought one of your kits too. Yay, that's awesome. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm super excited to have this set up and this availability to teach more people. I'm Joe had to push a little. You did. Linnell did have to push a little. She convinced me. That's my sister. I've been teaching in person so long, it made me really super nervous to teach to people that aren't in front of me, but I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it. So I really enjoy teaching. I know some people, they have cups that they put out there, and somebody will ask, "Oh, how did you do that?" And they're like, "YouTube it, Google it, go find it." And I'm like, that's not me. You have a question, ask me, I'll tell you. Yeah, that's my big sister. I'd rather do you live and teach in person. Yeah. I love talking to myself, so going live and having more. Yeah, I'm not a fan of those peeps. Me either. That is so not my mentality. I love teaching. Ask me, I'll tell you. She's a great teacher. She started me on my Tumbler journey. I did. I've started a lot of people on Tumbler journeys. Started a lot of people on Cricut journeys. So, then in person, yeah. Yeah, it just, to me, being able to do this live, for one, I can reach more people, help more people, teach more people, but also, like, you don't have to get out of your bubble. You have all your crafting supplies at home. It's easy. They're already there. You don't have to transport anything. You don't have to carry anything. You don't have to find a babysitter. You don't even have to find food to eat. You've got a whole kitchen already in your house. So, hey. So, maybe we can have a Cricut class sometime. Absolutely. I would love to do that. We've actually figured that out, too. So, I can do my... I know people struggle sometimes. Yes. Yeah. We figured out that part, too, on our software. So, we use OBS, so I can actually do window shares, and including myself. That's okay. I have had, I'm good at talking to people and start a few on our live journey. Yes, that's cool. I have been using a Cricut machine since the very first 12-inch one came out. Like, it feels like ages ago, honestly. I'm probably aging myself, but that's okay. I have had a Cricut ever since that first 12-inch one came out. And so I've kind of grown and gone with them through every machine, including the not so great ones that came out several years ago, but we won't talk about those. Learn how to Maslow layers? Maslow layers. Do what, Joe? Maslow layers. I think it probably auto-corrected you. But yeah, I mean, Cricut, I could probably do in my sleep, so absolutely. We can definitely do that. Figured that out in OBS, how to transition to my Cricut screen back to me. LMAO. So, but yeah, absolutely. I would love to do that too. I'm up for teaching anytime. You know, except for when I have to adult Monday through Friday. How to make layers. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the autocorrect definitely
Yeah.
is important.
Autocorrect was not your friend, Joe.
It was Maslow.
I know. I was like, That would be awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, just let me know. For sure. Adulting sucks. It does. Paying the bills. That sucks too. I don't like that stuff. I just want to have fun and play all day. I could create and cup and craft all day long if you'd let me.
And all night long.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a night owl. My bedtime's about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I get up at 7 and start all over again. So, all right, everybody. Yay! I had so much fun, y'all. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for buying my kit. Thanks for supporting me. I still look forward to keep going and doing these lives with everybody, sharing how to do whatever.
Not just
Mine's
tumblers.
3:30 a.m. to 4. Yeah. Up at 8. Yep. Yeah. Our alarm goes off to get our daughter to school at 6:45. I'm usually awake at that point. Once I'm awake, I can't go back to sleep. So, and then I work. I get here between 7:45, 8 o'clock. Leave about 3:30. Go get my daughter. Come back. Start all over again. Thank you again. You're welcome to both you and Casa. Thanks again for having me and giving us this opportunity. This is nice to get us people who aren't so known out there. I really thought that was so awesome of you, Joe, to give us that don't have our big name out there in the public crafting world a chance to actually teach and show what we can do. So that was amazing of you. Thank you so very much. I super duper appreciate that. You have no idea how much. Just to give us a chance is nice. Sometimes that's hard too in the crafting world if they don't know you. So this was super awesome. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. Get your cup sealed, your glitter sealed, and then epoxied and ready to rock tomorrow. So I'm gonna get off here. And we will see you guys then. If y'all have any questions, let me know. Yes, I think it's super awesome. I love Joe. We found him doing a crafting event my sister and I did together, and he was amazing. So as soon as he was like, hey, y'all, come join my group, we were like, yes, please. So it was awesome. Thank you all. And your helper, yes. My son is an awesome helper.
Hello,
He helps
thank
keep
you.
me on track, too. But yeah, if you have any questions, if you are watching the replay of this and you have a question, reach out to me. Just let me know. You can send me a message on Facebook. You can comment on here. I'm going to try to keep up with comments on the video too. But yeah, just let me know if you have any questions. Happy to help. And we will see you guys tomorrow.